I'm going to make people very, very, very aware. I'm going to wait. I'll wait. I do not accept any form of punishment on me for breaking up with you. I do not accept any negative commentary on me or my lifestyle or my living arrangements. I do not accept gossip or slander from any person, place, or thing. I do not accept any death threats. I do not accept any dox threats. I do not accept any monitoring spirits or hovering spirits. I do not accept any curses on my finances. I do not accept any slander or gossip or jealousy or evil eye sent to my business, my bank account, or any wallet, anything. I'm telling you right now, I do not consent to any dark magic placed on my finances. There will be war, and I'm excited for it. You're not going to ever target my finances ever again. I literally every single day work for the kingdom of God. Every single day. I help people on their spiritual journey. I help people get right with the Most High God. I do not work for the devil. Never will, never have, never wanted to. So you will never again get away with sending any sort of punishment my way because you don't understand whom I work for. You don't understand who sent me. That's a you problem. You didn't want to do the research before you sent black magic and spell work my way. I'm talking to any former coven leader or cult leader wannabe that I have already broken up from and disconnected with long ago. You have no right to send any sort of negative attacks my way. From here on out, I will be sending it back 1,000-fold. You will have absolutely what you sent me back 1,000-fold, and I will not lift a finger to put you out of your misery. I will not help you in the slightest. You have zero right to send any harm my way. LOL. The pain and the suffering on the planet is only about to increase. It is about to get very, very bad. World War III is on the brink. The people that have been sending attacks to holy, innocent, chosen people who were here just to help you and inspire you and lead you into a better place, you have decided instead to attack, laugh at them, mock them, ridicule them. That is coming back. And I know the scoffing and the mocking and the ridicule, that's exactly what a lot of us knew when we signed up for this, what it would be. I wish I would have known it would hurt this bad. I probably wouldn't have done it. I've been on my journey for 15 years. I've been telling people about the kingdom of God for 15 years on this planet. And now I see it going up in smoke and about to be nuked into oblivion, and I'm not going to stop it. Why would I? Nor would I go on behalf of this fallen, corrupt Sodom and Gomorrah. Why would I? Why would any holy person try to save any of you? You're corrupt to the core. Your hearts are the most evil, vain, selfish thing. Like, you're just emitting garbage. The real ones that love people authentically, unconditionally, They had been sent by God to relay messages so that you guys wouldn't suffer anymore. So that you would be able to go within and see the kingdom of heaven within you, God, and you persecute. Just like you did, Jesus. So I guess I'm all I know is this world's on the verge of collapse, and I don't see a lot of people wanting to save it. I see a lot of good, holy, chosen people who are so fed up, and we look around and we see the evil-heartedness. We see people walking around like zombies. And we don't really care to lift a finger anymore. To be tormented, tortured, attacked, simply for our beliefs, and simply because we don't want to conform to religion, because we think it's bullshit. And so we try to do the best that we can with what we have. And we've tried to tell people to go within, to find God within. To not worship a politician, a bank account, a celebrity. And man, these people face so much persecution simply for just being themselves, for just being pure love. No hidden agenda, no hidden motive, just authenticity, just trying to encourage you to leave toxic things, toxic people, abusive assholes that honestly treat you like garbage. Women like myself who for 15 years was persecuted to a point where in a few hours I'll be homeless. And it makes so many people happy, and it's just so sickening to me. Don't you find it at all sickening? The self-realization of some of these people, I don't think is ever going to happen. I'm not sure that there ever will be self-actualization. To wish something so negative and harmful on someone who's not done anything to them, it is beyond atrocious. And I'm pretty sure the Holy of Holies is just about done. I'm pretty positive the world is at the brink of collapse. Everybody's got their finger on a button right about now. And the holy ones are light as a feather, emotionally, energetically. And I think they're being escorted out of here. And it is so sad that so many people wanted for the longest time to associate me with the devil. Because I get loud. Very loud about the church. Very loud about what our corrupt leaders really do to children behind the scenes. How your money goes to their collection plate and then they go to do heinous, horrible things to the future of our world. Or how they try to convince you that you need to look outside of you to some God in the sky who's going to take your pain and suffering. So the real ones have been tortured so long. They've been told such heinous, horrible things like, die, shut up, nobody wants to hear you, shut up, you're ugly, stop talking. It's just so sad. I'm just really grateful that I'm finally seeing what used to just be invisible for me. For the longest time, the hate used to be invisible. And I would wonder why, when I'm here doing what I'm told to do by a higher force, why was there always this icky feeling I couldn't quite escape, especially online? You know, I couldn't get away from it. I was like, what is it? It's invisible and I can't detect it. I feel it. It started to affect my finances down to the point where I literally got evicted from my apartment because I couldn't make money for myself. And now I'm just super grateful that it's all coming to the light. What used to be invisible, the invisible hate, is no longer invisible. I mean, I knew it existed, but now witnessing other people see what's finally been happening to me for years and years and years, and knowing that, of course, it's happening to other people such as myself, who are messengers from God. You may not think so, but I don't give a fuck what you think. I care about the fact that a higher source, a higher power sent me to give and relay messages before the world's taken out. I did my job. Nuke me into oblivion, bitch. I'm good with where I'm going. But the rest of you, wow. You kicked a girl down while she was down. How many of you contributed to so many people who were just giving you a different message than what the church was telling you? That you're God instead of someone outside of you. How many of you contributed, laughed even, when a girl like me, who's done nothing to you, was offended, assaulted, tortured for several years? Because I'll tell you one thing. You may not have had to contribute in any way, but the fact that you didn't stop it at all or defend me, defend other messengers, makes you just as accountable. No, it really does. It really does, and I hope your conscience knows that. And I'm sure it does. But I'm just really grateful that messengers such as myself, we're being taken out of here. It's too beautiful of a place where I'm going. I just know that the world is too evil. It's gone too cold. It's like basically modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, and you're seeing it too. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's I mean, you don't even really have to go too far. You just have to scroll on your TikTok or on your feed, and you just see it, man. You see people's hard, cold, steel hearts. Oh, it's just like the most unruly thing. It looks like fucking walking zombies out here. It looks like modern day The Walking Dead, basically. And it's crazy. I feel so bad for parents with children, babies. They have to be raised in this. At least I don't have kids. At least at 36 years old, at least I decided that I don't want to bring children into this world. It's just me. So at least if tomorrow I'm homeless, at least it's just me that'll be on the streets, not a child. But you know, the saddest part is that I encourage so many beautiful people to believe in God's miracles. Every day. And for years, I've encouraged people to still choose love and to still think about God and to still put God in the forefront of their minds. And man, I've had to pay the price for that in so many ways. Public breakups especially. That was the most horrible experience of all. I've gone through my fair share of humiliation rituals, especially in public. You know, for the longest time, I couldn't understand why people were hating me. I mean, my intentions were so pure. From the second I had my out-of-body experience 15 years ago, the second I met God, my intentions, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget the first thought that entered my head when I finally came back to my body. And it was an experience that only lasted about 30 seconds, but I'll never forget the first thought. I thought, oh my God, we've been lied to. The whole world needs to know about this. Famous last words. I had my own personal mission for 15 years to talk about what I saw, to share every single day the only thing that meant anything to me. The love of God. Honest, true, unconditional. And for 15 years, I've been through so many losses, breakups, infertility, harassment, stalkings, rapes, you name it. All for my love of Christ, truly. All for the love of God. And it gets down to the point where in just like less than 8 hours or so, with only $27 to my bank account, I have no idea where I'll be tomorrow. And as much as I'd like to say, I'm strong, I've got this, it's just one more thing that I shouldn't have to endure. So I'm going to tell all of you now, you should really stop hurting women like myself, who haven't done a thing to you. Not one thing. I don't know you from Adam. I haven't gone on your platform and stalked you. I haven't harassed you. I didn't dox you. I don't send death threats. So therefore, you shouldn't be doing it to me. So going forward, no matter what happens to me, no, really, truly, in this world, no matter what happens to me, I know it will not be nearly as bad as what is about to happen to those that mocked and ridiculed God's chosen, the messengers that were sent to save souls, to encourage you to get it right. Oh, you didn't want to get it right, though. I get it. Living a life of toxicity, it's way more fun. Living toxic, it's fun. Chasing money, chasing girls, drugs, whatever. It's way more fun. But your souls are so heavy and so dense, and your hearts have become like ice. They're so cold. This world's heart, so bitter. I'm just grateful. Finally, like you really can't even understand. Because when I first started my business, tarot reading, when I first started it, okay, because I had a near-death experience in 2019, and so I came back psychic. And when I really started my business then, I went just full on, like a bat out of hell, just 100%, here I am. I'm going to give really motivational messages to women who are struggling just like myself. And I'm going to convince you that God really loves you. And I'm going to give you messages about how God truly, truly looks out for his children. And it went pretty well. I was actually quite successful on my own, taking care of myself after a divorce, on nothing but my tarot business. So I was doing really, really well for myself. And then all of a sudden, in 2022, all of a sudden, there was like this invisible hate that came at me. And it definitely wasn't verbal. Nobody was typing hate, but I kept feeling like this invisible hate, telepathic in nature. And like every time I would talk about it, I'd be like, does anybody else feel that? Does anybody else feel that? Everybody just thought I think that I was like batshit crazy or something. And I was like, does anybody else feel this weird, icky vibe? And it was just on a channel similar to this on my YouTube channel. And I was like, why? Where's it coming from? Now I'm just so fucking grateful that I see it clearly and others do too. Because at first it was just invisible. The nasty, vile hate comments of a part of the internet that is so grotesque. I can't even believe you found me. I honestly have no idea what the fuck CERN's been doing, but something's happened, honey. It's like a black portal that fucking opened. A black hole or some shit. I couldn't even believe the hate that was overwhelming me. And in 2022, it started to get like so bad that even my finances started taking a hit. I was starting to have to like sleep for days on end, just transmuting people's pain but I couldn't understand like what was really, really happening. And I'm just grateful that now It's a physical thing. And it's like it's starting to present itself. And I think this is a really, really good sign. I mean, I know that it sucks, but I think it's a good sign that everything that's done in the dark comes to the light. All the secrets, all the hate, it's finally coming to the light. People's evil hearts really are shining through. So as much as you shine brightly, the demons that people associate with really, really hate it. And I hate to say it sounds so cliche, but it's true. People's demons, oh God, they get so uncomfortable at your light. Tarot is garbage, okay? They get so angry at your light and the fact that you won't shut up. When they can't put dox threats out and have it mean anything to you because you've basically become such a ghost in the system. You've become basically a hermit, a ghost. Dox threats don't even really matter. Then they go with the death threats. But when you've died, you're like, I don't really give a fuck. I'm not afraid of death. So then they go after your money so that homelessness and you being seen as a fake is like the only thing that they think that would work. But then you don't even really fear homelessness anymore. So it's like they're slowly but surely coming up with things for you to be less and less worried about. But man, I will tell you one thing. The angry hearts of this planet. I see why God's giving up now. I mean, I think that as a divine messenger for 15 years, I don't think I would have run into it so quickly, so readily, if I would have known that there'd be this much hate. I mean, who would? Who would? The cruelties that I've faced. Oh, like who would run into it like that? So, I mean, in a way, I'm kind of glad I didn't know, but also I'm kind of not. I'm just happy that people will finally see the truth. Those who really did pick up their cross and follow Christ. You were assaulted the whole time. You were tortured the whole time. And I'd like to sit here and tell you, oh, it gets better, guys. Like one day you'll be happy, you'll be happy. But honestly, I'm personally, I'm waiting for that myself. I'm waiting for the whole happy thing. I'm just grateful that the darkness is finally being forced to present itself. It's sad, the cold hearts of so many. Everyone's afraid of the Grim Reaper. I definitely do not think so. I don't agree. You must not have been dead before. Don't give up, girl. Oh, thank you so much for being here, Crystal. Are you saved? 100%, yes. I was saved 15 years ago. I've been preaching the gospel for 15 years and facing persecution every single day for it. And I guess thankfully, because I had to go first, you know, nobody in my church experienced what I experienced. Nobody in my family. Nobody in my business. Nobody at work. Like, nobody had to deal with what I went through. And I mean, I guess in a way I'm kind of grateful because now I get to be that leader that I wish I would have had. And I get to help people that maybe don't have as thick of skin as I do, now that I've faced thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of hate comments over the 15 years that I've been doing this. But I'll tell you, having $27 to your name, single's a Pringle, no man coming in, riding in to save you, and the overwhelming hate just for being yourself and being hours away from homelessness. As of tomorrow, I have no idea where I'll be. It will literally be a miracle from God. Truly. I'm in it for those, though. I like it. I like to see God's miracles once in a while like that, you know? Kind of makes all that pain worth it. If even once a week I can get something that's like a Hail Mary from God, you know? Contrary to popular belief, it doesn't happen nearly enough. My faith in God is so strong, I have no idea why. Only once in a blue moon do I even feel I get blessed for all this persecution. But, you know, it only took me about 7 or 8 years into it to know that I don't think I should take it personally. People don't hate me. They hate the light. People don't hate me. They hate the one that sent me. And, you know, and then it says in the Bible, too, it says, I think Jesus said it. He said, if they hate you, know that they hated me first. I guess there's like this teeny, tiny little hope that I have that one day I'll meet somebody that is like, if it weren't for you going through it, I don't know where I'd be, Jenna. I guess I'm just waiting for that one day. Because so far, it feels fruitless. So far. I can't remember what I do this for. And I'm pretty sure that the reason you're seeing the world on the brink of disaster, World War III, people about to nuke each other into oblivion, is because God is removing the Holy Spirit from this planet. The holy chosen people, the ones that are just innocent and love, and their souls are as gentle as doves, they don't deserve to go through that anymore. They should not have to witness the dark depravities of this planet. So they're being removed. They're being raptured. You're seeing it. You're seeing people, the great divide. You're seeing those that are evil get even more evil and turn on each other like hyenas. And then you're witnessing the good, innocent ones congregate together, try to find each other, pray for each other, try to heal and nourish after war because they've been at war for so long. I really can't wait to find the real true Christ followers, like the real ones, and keep them safe, because that's my goal. That's my dream. That's my dream, is to find the ones that have been persecuted along the years, just like myself, for no reason. No reason at all. The only reason you were hated. And it took me so long to learn this. The only reason you were hated is because you love the light. If I would have seen this much visible proof of how much I was hated before, it probably would have made me feel better, because I would have been like, damn, like, at least it's justified. Like, at least I can see why my finances have taken a shit. At least I can understand why people don't want to come towards me and be my friend or give me a kind compliment or a hug or a donation or anything. At least I would have been able to know. But yeah, for the longest time, it was all invisible hate, and I had no idea what was happening. And you know what really changed? I'm going to tell you what really changed it. Dying. Having a near-death experience in that changed everything in 2019. When I can actually then be psychic and I could start to see invisible things, then I started to be able to see people's clear intentions. I started to be able to see the matrix for what it is. I started to see the binary, not like literal zeros and ones, like in the Matrix, you know, the movie. I can't actually see like numbers like that, but I can see patterns. And so that's what really saved me, was literally dying. Because until then, It was just like all this invisible hate, and I had no idea what it was. And I was like, why is my life kind of like shit? Like, I'm actually not a horrible person. I'm keeping my nose to the grindstone. I'm kind to people. I wish them well. I'd give the shirt off my back. I was thinking, wait, it doesn't even make sense though. And so after that, I finally started to see like the physical hate of it all. And then that's when it really, other people finally started to wake up as well. And I think they started to get persecuted and hated and tortured as well, right alongside me. I want to meet the real ones. I want to meet my soul family. Like, all I want, really, truly, is to meet Christ followers. I really, like, I want to meet my brothers and my sisters in Christ. Because I really actually miss them a lot. There's just been this, like, shadow energy following me around that has been making people, like, making it so hard for people to even want to get to know me. And when you're as controversial as I am, talking about controversial stuff like magic, tarot, Lucifer, Jesus, the church, you know, I mean, I kind of just, I wrote it off, you know? I just said, people are never going to want to be my friend. People are never going to want to donate to me or book readings with me or whatever. And so my business just kind of went belly up, and then men started like picking me out of a crowd because they thought I was desperate. And last year I was trafficked. I was trafficked last year into a coven I didn't know I was getting myself into. That was horrible. Worst experience ever. But yet, I learned. And now I get to teach women how to avoid whole situations like that. I've actually had several men try to proposition me into a cult. And thankfully, I'm getting better and better and better at not being sacrificed, which is always good. But all I wanted to do was teach women how if you avoid men like that, if you avoid situations like that, like the plague, I promise you, a bigger and better and mightier God will take care of you. And honestly, right now, I don't know that that's true anymore. I see how hard the darkness fights to have me. I'm getting quite disappointed in how hard it seems light is trying to win me. I think sometimes it would just be easier to give in. It would just be easier to, next time a rich man offers you something to be in their coven, lead their group, heal their women, maybe you should just take it. Because I'll tell you what, poverty, it's not exactly as fun as you'd think. I've turned down some very lucrative offers in my day because I didn't want to bend the knee. I really wanted to work for God. I really, really did. I really did. But honestly, I'm about on the verge. I can't say I'm losing my religion. We all know I've lost that long ago. But I'm almost losing my belief and faith in a good God. I definitely see the hate and the anger of those that are pissed off right now on the planet. And how did we get there? We're all pissed. We're all mad. We all feel like some deity abandoned us here. All of us. This is why everybody's so mad. This is why we're all on the verge of fucking nukes. This is why no one can afford their goddamn groceries or put diapers on their babies' butts, you know? This is why. This is why housing costs as much as it does. Because we've all been expecting some god outside of us to give a shit. And honestly, what are we fucking waiting on, dude? What are we waiting on? Because I can tell you, whatever god of this world there is, whatever devil or asshole Satan or whatever the fuck you call it, whatever the evil is, it's running rampant. And that god, that deity is certainly trying it. I mean, that's certainly trying to win me over. I'm not exactly sure if light is trying to win me over. I mean, you just start to see how hard dark forces fight for your soul, and you're kind of like, honestly? Bro, kudos to you. Like, kudos to you fighting as fucking hard as you do to win me. Like, wow, the tenacity, huh? The longevity of it. Like, the devil has really never stopped. I sometimes feel like God has. So, no, I haven't worked for the devil yet. Kind of curious to see what would happen if I do, to be real with you. In a way, I feel like a gifted psychic that's been to the other side. And the gifts that I know, I mean the gifts that I have. Telepathy, dream interpretation, prophecy. If I used it for evil, my gift of instant manifestation, things that I can do with my mind, like if I could. Sometimes I feel like if I worked for the dark, finally, the innocent people of the planet might actually stand a chance at being protected. Is that sad to say? It's almost like if I were to really give myself over to the darkness, maybe innocent people could finally have, I don't know, like somebody in their corner. But like, that doesn't even make sense. Because if you think about it, that doesn't make sense. But like, no, I've never worked for the devil yet. However, think about it. Think of how many people you see that are just evil as fuck. And I mean, they make it all the way to the top. Look at the leader of our free world right now, huh? Look at all these leaders, all these billionaires. They get away with murder, literally. I mean, they're definitely not stressed. They're definitely not going without. Mansion upon mansion upon... I mean, serious. You can't even blame me for having this thought. You can't. You couldn't possibly. A girl who's been kicked down to rock bottom, been on the streets for 2 years, and in less than 8 hours, I have to go experience homelessness yet again. If there's not some huge miracle from some invisible guy in the sky that honestly doesn't even remember my name. So, I don't think it's really all that bad to even for a moment consider working for the dark. I'd be really fucking powerful if I did. I would. Meet a coven leader. Marry a guy that's a straight up for real coven leader, like. Sometimes I think about how much better it might be if I just held all of the magic that I know, the esoteric knowledge, the occult wisdom, and just kept it for a few select group of people. I mean, that's what the billionaires do. You definitely don't see these billionaires out here teaching magic to just everyone for free. They all have their secret covens for a reason. Their secret fucking handshakes. Their symbols. I'm definitely questioning my path. I'll tell you that when you face as much hate as I faced in the last 15 years, just for having an out-of-body experience. I mean, I literally left my body. I wasn't high. I wasn't drunk. I was sober. I was just literally meditating. That's all I did. And I had an out-of-body experience. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't even know that was real. I thought, like, old people, when they're about to die, I mean, I knew that they could, like, have moments with God or something. I mean, I'd heard about it. But I did that. I was just laying in my bed on my back, listening to some music on my phone. And in just 2 times of ever trying meditation, I literally had an out-of-body experience. And it only lasted about 30 seconds. It was crazy. It was fucking wild, honestly. I'll have to tell you about it one day. But 15 years ago, and literally every single person I had to leave behind. Everyone. My family, my husband. I even lost my dogs to him in the marriage because I couldn't afford to take care of them when I left. I had to leave everything and everyone. And so for 15 years, I've been sharing my testimony. I've been talking so openly and honestly about the trials and tribulations that comes with being a messenger and being a prophet for God. And because I'm a woman preaching this, of course I faced my fair share of hatred, especially from the church. A lot of religious people in my family that disowned me, hated my guts, tried to get me to shut up. Well, that didn't work. I had to just leave them instead. All I know is I have faced my fair share of suffering. And I just didn't think that at this time it would lead me to $27 in my bank account. And in less than 8 hours, having to be homeless yet again. Credit card maxed out. No man in my bed because, well, quite honestly, I was doing too much healing. I was working on facing a lot of healing after being abused by several men in 2024 and 2025. And I'm just like, I wasn't ready yet for a relationship with a man. I was still trying to heal. He did not deserve to have to take on my baggage. But now I really do understand how beautiful of a soul I am. And that it would be a gift. Like, I would be a gift to him. I really am beautiful. And it is sad that it took 15 years to realize that. Well, it took 36 to be honest. Like, I came out with a pudge. I mean, my mom says I came out with a belly, so like I've been plus size my whole life. So, I mean, I've basically faced ugly duckling syndrome like my entire life. So, I mean, it took 36 years and I'm finally like, oh, I'm kind of pretty today. Like, sort of, kind of. I mean, if you don't look too hard, too close. So, of course, I still go through my own body image issues, you know? I got stretch marks and saggy skin, things that used to be more north and perky or just hanging out more down south by the border. I mean, yeah. I've lost over 100 pounds on my own, and that's, you know, that happens. But overall, though, I'd like to think of myself as a keeper, as a pretty okay person. And that's why every time I'd face all these invisible threats and these people that would dox threaten me or death threats, literal death threats. And even some of the men that I date, like, oh my God, even people that hated him would come after me. And then there'd be our unmarked cars, and I'm on the FBI watch list and all of this, and I don't even have a parking ticket. I'm on the FBI watch list, and I don't even have a parking ticket. that's how, I guess, how loud I am about my love of God, is they have me on a fucking FBI watch list. Damn. I mean, I don't think you're doing it right unless the fucking FBI thinks you're a terrorist or some shit. Dude, I just love people, man. Never killed anybody a day in my life. Would never. I don't condone violence, and I don't condone silence, and that's why I'm on the list. So anyway, all I'm trying to say is I'm having like one of those like midlife crisis or something. And I think what really makes you have that is like literally the cheapest place I can afford in the smallest town in the most bumfuck city you've ever heard of in Iowa. And I'm still struggling to even pay my rent. The persecution, the curses, the death threats, like it can really do a number on a girl's psyche. It really can. And so I'm asking for help. Even just a prayer. Like even if you, because not everybody has money right now, and I get that. But even just a prayer, just like a good vibe, just like a, damn, I hope she does better. Shit. What a tragic, fucked up situation. Even that would be lovely. I don't need you to like give me an air hug or an email or a donation. I just even a positive vibe. Because like there's tons of them the opposite. You're seeing a whole bunch of the negative ones. So I just kind of hope one day I can look back at this and be like, hey, remember that time that I had $27 to my name and like I was like up Schitt's Creek without a paddle, and then God came through and I was like, wow, there is a God. Because I'm this close to thinking I'm a false prophet and that there is no God and that what I saw was somehow the devil. I'm this close. The only thing in 15 years that kept me from believing that what I saw was the devil was that it was pure love. That's the only thing. Because do you know how many Christians told me that because I saw a being of light, that I saw the false light, that I saw Satan masquerading as an angel of light? Do you know how many times I heard that over the years? Oh man. You'd be surprised. Well, I mean, mainly by Christians, because Christians are the only ones that know that verse in the Bible. And so the only thing that kept me going this whole time and believing that that was not the devil was that it was pure love. And I thought, and I kept asking all these people, I was like, dude, wait. Satan, isn't that the devil? It was love, though. I mean, like pure, unconditional love. I felt it. I know what love feels like. I didn't then. I'd never felt love before. That was the first time I'd ever felt love. And so, but you know, I was this close to like lately believing that. Sometimes I kind of just want to agree with what everybody says and just say like, yeah, I'm the devil. Just to kind of give up. God, because you know, I get so fucking sick and tired of it. When they're like, oh my God, you're the devil, shut the fuck up. Tarot's evil. You're a dumbass. I just sometimes want to be like, okay. Like, just because the resistance of it all and the like constant like, no, that's not me though. No, I'm not the devil. Like, oh God, sometimes you just want to be like, yeah, sure, okay, wow, yes. Or when they call you ugly, it's like, okay, yeah. Or when people consistently call you broke and like that's all they want to see you as is broke. It's like, yeah, okay, lovely. But then you don't bend the knee, you just keep going, you keep fighting, and sometimes your soul gets so fucking tired and you don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to fight anymore. But yeah, over the years, it's been 15 years, and you'd be surprised how many times I have been told that I am following Satan. And people have justified it in their mind to try to silence me or hack me or send death threats, try to poison me, rape me. You'd be surprised. The amount of people that, because they say I work for the devil, have come at me like it's a modern day witch hunt or something. It's crazy. I'm not that way at all. I'm not evil. I'm really not. I mean, sure, I tell people to fuck off quite a bit. I do use the F-bomb a lot. Like every other word, maybe. Yeah, okay. I get angry, you know. And like, I've had my problems with alcohol for sure, you know. And just to get by in a day, sometimes I have to practically eat my body weight in edibles. Sometimes, yeah, once in a while. But overall, like, I'm not a horrible person. I mean, I'm not going to go out on a limb and say I'm a good person. Because what is good? Who is good? You know? But the whole she's the devil and deserves to die thing, or deserves to be homeless on the street, penniless, I don't know that that's true either. I mean, sure, don't go fucking give me an award, don't worship me or anything, but can we not with the death threats? Thanks. Can we not with the hacking of my accounts? Thanks. Can we not with setting up entire websites just to assault me? I mean, if I would have known 15 years ago that it would have been this painful, I wouldn't have done it. Honest. And you know, that's a sad thing. Because I know that that day saved my soul. Ruined my life, but saved my soul. And honestly, I probably wouldn't even meditated. I probably wouldn't even done it. You know, at the time, my mom, you know, she was a Christian, and I was already out of the church, but she was like, well, I was finding out about meditation because there was a witch at work. She had just started working there, and she was a witch, and she was trying to teach me meditation. Well, I told my mom about it. I was like, I kind of want to try, because she's pretty happy, and I don't know, she's like super independent. And she was like, I don't know, 25, 26, and she was already like taking care of her whole family, and she was going to school and working. And I'm like, dude, and she's happy. And I'm like, she's got a point, Mom. Like, why does everybody in the East do it? You know, all these Eastern civilizations, and we here in America are the only ones that don't. And my mom was like, Jenna Lynn, I better not find out. I better not find out you meditate. She was like, that's the door to devils. You'll be opening the door to devils. And that's what my mom said. My mom said. And I was like, yeah, Mom, but like, I'm already an alcoholic, though. Like, I was a sex addict, a food addict, I was an alcoholic. I mean, like, it was pretty bad already. And I was like, Mom, I've kind of already, like, look, legit, I've already opened the door to devils, really. I'm freaking miserable too, Mom. And I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to try it. Meditate. But this was like 15 years ago, guys. This is not how it is now. People are like, oh my God, meditation's everywhere. But back then, it was literally like practically illegal. Because I was raised Pentecostal and my grandparents were the pastors. So I remember my mom, she called my grandma the pastor. And of course, my grandma was like, absolutely not. I don't think so. I don't think so. You better not let her do that. So anyway, I did it. And I only did it 2 times, like 2 days. And on the second time, I didn't know you could do it, but I had a spontaneous out-of-body experience. My soul literally came out of my body. I didn't know that was a thing. And it was out of my body for only 30 seconds, and it was like I was both here in my body and also out of it at the same time. It was very weird. It was like I was in all places at once. But anyway, I danced with this being of light, and it was really beautiful, and it was just like the fucking most amazing thing. It was so amazing. And it didn't last nearly long enough. It was only about 30 seconds, and then I came back to my body. And then from that day on, I've been just trying to teach people about what I saw. I've been trying to show people real love, real God from within. But like, man, if I haven't had to face every single challenge you can think of, like, you name it, I've experienced it. Homelessness, rape, bankruptcy, divorce, infertility issues, weight gain, the loss of pets, loss of a family, loss of a car, house, jobs, friends, public humiliation, initiation into witch covens. Like, bro, you name it, I've already experienced it. It's crazy. And anyway, I guess I'm just trying to like talk myself out of like depression or something tonight, because I only have $27 to my name. And as of tomorrow, I owe for a weekly rent here at this Airbnb stay that I'm at. I'm at a temporary stay place in Iowa. I live in the Midwest of America. Temporarily anyway. And yeah, so right now I'm just like, I guess just trying to hear myself talk, so that I don't like lose my fucking mind overnight or something. Because in like 8 hours or some shit, I'm not even gonna sleep tonight. I just know it. So in like 8 hours, I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen. And you know, I'm gonna be completely real. I'm not even wanting to see the goodness of you guys. I mean, that is nice. I would love to see kindness from the same community that I try every single day to inspire. I would love to see kindness from you, but it's not even really you. I'm wanting to see God come through for me. I'm wanting to see the one that I gave my whole life to. The one that I loved more than anything, and I gave up everything for. I want to see that again. And I remember this one time I was in this like church group thing. A friend of mine who's Christian, and he was like really interested in my story, and he wanted me to preach to his little group that he had. And I remember one day one of the guys in there was like ultra religious, and he was like, first of all, Jenna, you work for the devil, so I don't know why we're listening to you. And you have a vagina, so we definitely shouldn't be listening to you. I don't know why you're preaching here. But my friend was like, just let her talk, just let her talk. And anyway, I started talking about that experience with the being of light, right? And this guy was like, oh, that was Satan, that was Satan. And I remember like this overwhelming urge came over me to just like, I don't know, I just got really, like, not nasty, but in front of everybody, I was like, dude, if that's Satan, I can't wait to meet him again. And that shut him up so fast. I've never heard a man go silent. Like I put him in his place. I was like, if that's the devil, bro, I can't wait to meet him again. Honestly. Yeah. And he just like shut right up in front of everybody. And he had all those people in there. He had all those people as friends. And I was like, yeah, no, if that's the devil, man, like, oh my God, I can't wait to meet him again. But that was one of the best moments I've ever had when it comes to sharing this story. Because it's pretty much like one of those stories that always gets me in trouble. The church hates me for obvious reasons. One, I'm a woman. And the church does not really love women preachers. Not really. And secondly, I'm a tarot reader, so I've got that going against me. So I'm hated by Christians because I'm a tarot reader. And then I'm hated by witches because I love Jesus. You can't win for losing. So I kind of just hang out in the middle and just by myself. And so anyway. I'm just trying to talk my way out of sadness tonight because I don't want to be alone right now. I owe Uncle Sam quite a hefty penny today. Today is like when you own a business in America, today is like the last day before you have to like pay your taxes. And I have $27 to give him. I don't think he's gonna be too happy with that. So I'm just trying to like avoid the fact that Uncle Sam has me by the balls as well as my landlord. So I'm just trying to talk my way out of a paper bag right now. So I feel like if I just hear myself talk, then I won't cry. But I'll probably end up crying anyway. But the world is just so dark and grim, and I just, all I want to do is share light, and all I want to do is talk about God. But lately, I'm like, I don't really care to talk about God anymore. God should talk about me for a while. So should men that have crushes on me. I'm so tired of that too. Let's talk about that, because I want to complain about that too, yeah? Ooh, I want to talk about the fact that the men that I've dated that conveniently didn't want me enough to drop me off on a street curb, some of them, ironically enough, they all come back. And they're like, please, please, Jenna, like, hear me out. Oh, God. Isn't that so sucky? Men want you when you don't want them. But, like, when you do want them, they're nowhere to be found. Make it make sense. Because it doesn't make sense, and it doesn't make dollars. And I'm mad about that, too. Man, and because you know what? As a psychic, I can feel it. Well, I can feel when somebody hates me. So I'm assuming I can feel when somebody loves me, but shit, I don't know if that's the truth. I don't know if anybody loves me. God. Oh, jeez. That's even more to cry about tonight. Tonight's just one of those depressing as fuck nights, you know? Last night, one of my boyfriend's ex-boyfriends, a warlock, straight up wizard, that one, yeah. Well, he thinks he's more powerful than he really is. I didn't really have the nerve to tell him. He's not really that powerful. He's not really that cute. But yeah, he came back yesterday. He never really left. Why would he? It's me we're talking about. Admitted to still watching me. I was like, don't anymore. Don't do that. But yeah, he came back and I had to put him in his place and tell him, no, thank you, sir. No. Yeah, you've got money. Woo. I love that for you. I love that for you. I love that your mommy and daddy are the richest people in California. I love that. But no, thank you. So, I turned him down. And man, did they have a lucrative offer for me, huh? Ooh, if I would have taken it. Could have been nice. Could have been nice. They offered me a monthly salary just to be there, to live in their mansion while a house under construction gets made for me, which is already under construction, so it wouldn't have been too long, but like a month. It would have been a month. I would have had a car. Oh, and like a real nice car too, like a Tesla, of course, and the love of my life. But what would I had to have given up for it? Gee, I don't know, integrity. I don't work for a coven. I work for the Most High God. I work for Jesus. We don't get to ride in Teslas, I guess. Shit, I can't even afford a donkey either, though. Honest. I just have to walk everywhere. That's what it's like to be a Christ follower. You fucking pick up your cross and you walk. Or you call an Uber. Yo, can my 800-pound cross made of wood, will that fit in your XL? I'm just curious. Yeah, so anyway, yesterday he came back into my life. And I was like, oh, man, do you know how amazing it would be right now to ask him for rent money? Oh, it was on the tip of my tongue. I'm not even going to lie to you. Look, because I think a lot of people think I'm stronger than I am. I was legit. I was gonna say, hey, so you remember Cash App? Remember the money that you have that I don't? Ooh, that's lovely. But I didn't. And as much as I'm very proud of myself, I'm also very, very scared about tomorrow. But it was cool. It was cool saying goodbye to him, though. I'm actually really proud of myself. I'm very proud. I mean, I only have $27, but I'm really proud. You know? Like, sometimes you gotta take a win when you can get one. But yeah, no, I still only have $27. So, I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes I really think about it. I do. You know, we were planning we were legit planning our kids' names. Our wedding plans. I was, no joke, about to live in California, in LA. Like that, for me, there is not a better place on the planet than Los Angeles for me. I could have had it. I could have had it. And sometimes I still think about it. Like I do. I just think about the fact that, like, I can't. I mean, I don't mean to be so stoic that I just know I'm not unlovable. And I know that I would have been settling. I loved him. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's a lot to love there. You know, he's cool. I mean, I guess, whatever. But I just have this stupid feeling. I don't know why. I just have this stupid idea. This fucking stupid idea that one day I'll meet, like, a real guy that loves God as much as I do. And he didn't. He did not love God. I don't think. Sometimes I wonder. Because, like, he got called the devil a lot, too. Even by his own family. I remember one time I was on the phone with him, and his dad called him the devil or something, and I was like, damn. And I thought I had it bad. At least I don't get called that by my dad. Fuck. I mean, I may get called it by 1,000 strangers on the interwebs. But, dude, at least I don't get called a devil by my dad. Sucks to be you, bud. So, I mean, I don't know. Shit. I feel like if anybody gets called the devil, you're probably working for God. I mean, he was cute. Sort of, kind of, like in a sad, pathetic puppy way, you know? He was cute. Yeah. But I just wonder if, like, I'm stupid. I feel like I am. I feel like I'm stupid for waiting on some guy. Like, but it's not, I'm not waiting. It's not like I'm hopelessly waiting, like, by the phone, like, oh my God, I hope he calls me. Listen, like, not like that. It's just, I'm going to be pleasantly surprised one day to learn if there's a man that loves God out there. And that's a big if. So far I haven't found him. I don't think. But yeah. So I'm just kind of tonight, if you don't mind. I really honestly have no plans on ending this live stream until about 10 a.m. tomorrow. Why? Because I cannot stand the idea of being alone with my thoughts right now. I will just talk to my damn self. I don't care. I have Uncle Sam practically beating down my door. Although it's not that bad. It's not like... It's just their due. But I think you have to pay like a fine and I don't know, like a tax on top of a tax. I don't know. Maybe it'll put me in jail. I don't know. Give me a fucking vacation, dude. But then, you know, I have rent due by like 10 a.m. And I have no idea where that's going to happen. So maybe a jail cell is like more like free room and board. No, no thank you. I've never been in jail. I don't want to start now. Look, because I may love Jesus, honey, but I do not need to be all like Daniel in the lion's den or that Jonah guy living in a fish. I don't need that. I don't need that. I've already suffered. I don't want to be in jail, too. So anyway, I'm just waiting on some magical, mystical creature, some unicorn that shits out dollar bills to just land in my lap. So that one day I can write about it in a book and be like, see guys, I told you. I don't know. Is it stupid? Of course it's stupid. Everything I've done for the last 36 years is stupid. So waiting on a magical fairy unicorn to show up to help me with Uncle Sam? Hell no. I think that's the dumbest thing I've ever thought. And that's coming from a girl who thinks that a man out there actually works for God. Talk about ignorance. Talk about stupidity, Jenna. A man working for God? Yeah, right. You have a beautiful neck. Randall, I know. Thank you. Anyway, I don't plan on stopping talking. Because, you know, sometimes when I talk, I make sense. And honestly, right now, you know what it is? You get all the way down to rock bottom sometimes, and you're like, the only person that makes sense is you. But I'm pretty sure people would make sense if I had friends. I have a roommate that's kind of sort of okay, but like I kind of don't know. Sometimes he's... I can't tell. Sometimes I think he likes me, but then sometimes I'm like, well, do you? I don't know. I think so. He gave me $20 the other day, which was pretty cool. We'll see. But anyway, I have that feeling that like my life is, I don't know, but it's changing. And I just think that if I can hear my own self talk right now and calm myself down, then maybe I won't end up in a straitjacket. So $27 to my name. It is going to take one of those miracles. I'm telling you what I know. It's going to have to be one of those things that is a God thing. And I know what you're thinking, like, God doesn't exist. And I kind of am starting to agree. And you know, that's like a real dangerous precedent for me, because I don't know anybody more faithful to a holy, invisible power than your girl. So if I start losing faith, we're all fucked. And not the good kind. No, really, truly, no, we're all done. We're all doomed. So, I have faith, but it's like, you know when they say it has to be at least the size of a mustard seed? It's like quarter that. It's about the size of a quarter of a mustard seed. So, I'm not getting into heaven anytime soon on that. Those odds are not in my favor. Yeah. I don't have faith. I definitely do not have faith in mankind. God, no. Faith in mankind is, that shit is off the table. To be completely honest, faith in mankind was off about the 4th or 5th minute I breathed oxygen out of my mother's womb. That was gone a long time ago, the faith in mankind. I'm just hoping that that faith in the unicorn that shits out money is gonna help somehow. I don't believe in mankind. I'm sorry. You ever been to a Walmart? How could you believe in mankind? That's what we need to really fucking ask ourselves. How could you believe? How? How are you still out here holding hope for anybody who has DNA? I don't get it. So, basically, I have questioned recently, why don't I just go be with the man I love? I do love him. He and I, we really connected. I mean, I'd have a house. I'd have a car. I'd have a salary. Like, literally, they're so rich, they were going to pay me a salary. Well, it's because he was in a coma for 3 months. And when he got out of the coma, which, first of all, who leaves somebody in a coma for 3 months? I don't know. I wouldn't do that, I don't think. But then again, is it my place to play God? I don't know. But listen, I was like, wait, dude, you were in a coma for fucking 3 months? He had a feeding tube and everything. And then when he got out of the coma, he was paralyzed. Couldn't even walk. Until one day he decided, fuck this. And he used his mind and he started to be able to walk. He can't, like, walk a lot, but he can at least walk, like, 10 or 20 steps, you know, on his own. And anyway, so because of that, his very rich family has been taking care of him. And which is good, but, like, I got the vibe that they're not gonna really love me. You know, I'm not Catholic, and they are, and I'm kind of like the opposite of Catholic. So I just thought, ooh, you know, they're probably not gonna love me, but anyway, because he loved me, and I made him happy, they offered me money, a car, a house. Oh, and him, which is, I mean, whatever. It goes car, house, then him. I'm just kidding. Sort of. But he was pretty much the most amazing thing. And I really fucking loved him, man. I'm not kidding when I say that. Telling him goodbye last night, like, my heart, like, no, I'm serious. Nobody really understands. My heart is, like, fucking shattered, to be honest. And hearing his voice again, that was so painful. Because we'd been broken up for months, and I hadn't heard his voice, you know? And then I have to tell him no again. And I really did love him. I really fucking loved that guy. And I didn't trust that I would be safe there. You know, because there's, like, some dark people in that family. Like, I did not feel safe. There were times I didn't even feel safe him being there. And so I tried my best to get him here, but this wouldn't have been a good place for him. Like, there's too many stairs, and it's not really set up for a guy that's on a disability like that. Like, it just didn't work. But, oh man, I loved him though. I really did. I really loved him, yeah. Oh, it was pretty intense. Never even got to touch him. It was strictly an online thing. Video calls, voice calls, dreams, but just never got to touch, not physically. So not only am I struggling tonight financially, as my whole world basically closes in, but then too, I've got my fucking heart shattered, and I don't want to be alone right now. And I don't have any friends So this is as good as it gets. I'm sorry, no offense. I think you guys are lovely. You're a computer screen. You know what I mean? But it's okay. I love you. But my heart is completely shattered and broken. It's like, he really... God. I loved it. And he even said it too. He's like, why? Why can't you just come? Just be here. Nobody knows the temptation, man. How tempted. Oh, come on. Come on. A girl like me, struggling right now so much. I mean, I don't think anyone would blame me. I don't think anyone would blame a girl who's literally hours away from possibly living out in the fucking snowbanks of Iowa, going and living with a man who seemingly loves her, with money, a mansion, a fucking Tesla. I mean, I don't think anybody could blame me. But, and here's the big kicker. Oh, God, I don't trust the family. I don't. I think, honestly, something's off about it. I'm serious. I think that they have hurt him. I think they poisoned him or something. And he believes it too. He believes that they fucked with him real bad. I don't trust living under that roof. So I've just been like trying to get away. But my heart, oh, you know. And then I really liked him too, because like the worst thing that he does is like marijuana and some alcohol once in a while, but like he's clean. He's not like some of my other exes. Oh God, they were like really caught up in some shit, but this guy, I like that he's not like that. Sometimes I've thought about it, you know. You have no idea how tempted. Like I was this close to asking him for money. I was this close to saying, hey, you remember my Cash App? I was this close. But I didn't, and you'd be proud of me. Shit, I'm not proud of me, but you would be. But yeah, I'm at that point now where I have to really take inventory of like why I talk about God so much. Like, on a scale from 1 to 10, how likely is it that God's going to come through for me in 8 hours? Right? Now, 24 hours ago, how likely was it that my ex-boyfriend, whom some have labeled the devil, how often has he come through for me? Quite often, actually. You'd be surprised. You would very much be surprised. That man has made sure I've been fed. I've had a roof over my head. Several times. He went out of his way so many times to ensure that I was safe. Multiple times. I love him, you know. We both cried on the phone. I was like, oh, I couldn't. I tried to hold it back. I was like, Jenna, don't do it. And in fact, we went quiet for like a good minute, not saying a damn thing at first, because I was getting choked up and I didn't want to say a thing. And then there was this time that I even yelled at him because he like interrupted the quiet. And he was like, so how are you? And I'm like, don't talk to me. Like, kind of like that. Because I was about to cry. And I did cry. And I'm really hella embarrassed. But I'm the one that broke up with him. And then I was like, you have no idea how much I miss you. Like, you have no fucking clue. Like, I think about you a lot. I'm just confused in my head, guys. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone tonight, okay? Something about if I just can, like, talk to myself, then it's like there's someone here, kind of. And I don't feel so alone, because I legit tonight felt like God isn't listening to me at all. Like, God doesn't listen. And God isn't even real. And when I start that, oh shit, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad for the whole world. If the girl who saw God if the girl who saw God and defended that experience for 15 years is starting to think that he's a joke, oh shit, we're all fucked. Like, the faith is basically fleeting, and once it goes out the window, we're all fucked. Okay? Once I lose hope that a good God exists, we're done. Like, we will be as a planet, bro. Like, the biggest cheerleader that has seen God losing faith, like, no, wait, we're done. So I'd better see some damn proof of a living source soon. Because I'm this close. I'm this close to signing up for that California Coven, honey. And I'm going to name my first album California Coven. California Dreamin'. Because there has been someone who took care of me. And that man did so from a bed. If he can do so from a bed, then certainly the God of all things should be able to love me, to not make me be on the streets tomorrow, correct? I don't know, but I'm telling you, I'm this close. I'm this close to taking that man up on his offer. Even if that family wants me dead. No, I mean it. If I go there, and I'm a healer, so I know I'll heal that man. Oh, I know I'll heal him, honey. I was already healing him, and I hadn't even laid hands on him yet. Yeah, there's a reason they wanted me. Because I'm the real fucking deal. I know I'm a healer. I know I'm a divine princess. So I was going to go out there, do a little bippity-boppity-boo action, have his whole everything up and running, and then what? And then we sail off into the sunset and make lots of babies? No. And then his wicked family wants him. We want him back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. We paid you for your healing. Now you can shoo, run along now. That's what I was afraid would happen. So, I don't trust it. I'm not entirely sure they won't try to kill you in my sleep, to be real with you. I don't know. All I know is the love is there. All I know is I really do love that man. That is the truth. That is the truth. Didn't you have him arrested? Are you that guy that always asks about one of the exes that needed to get arrested? Or is like super concerned about one of my exes that I mentioned in passing once, is like, was arrested after he dumped me. He went to jail or something for 30 days. You're not him, are you? Because, like, are you that ex? Because you seem pretty damn concerned. If you want to know if I'm working on some things to get a certain someone behind bars, I guess you'll just have to find out, Manny. If that is your name. Because that certainly wasn't my ex's name. Manny. So yeah, tonight I'm just, you know, reminiscing about all my exes from Texas with hexes all over them, I guess. And also reminiscing about my $27 bank account, which honestly sucks. Because, in a given day, like, do you know how much I talk about my finances? Like, they are so abundant. Quite often. You'd be surprised. I would say a good 90% of the day. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so rich. Money loves me, though. Money is so in love with me. Like, money is obsessed. Money chases me. Money's in love with me, and I'm in love with money. Money, 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 money. Money's so great. It loves me. It honors me. It respects me. Money is my sugar daddy. And that's how I talk about it. So imagine my shock when I find myself today looking at my bank account and seeing that money, in fact, has not been wanting to smell my dirty panties. Like one of my clients, she had this saying. She said, money's so in love with me, it wants to smell my dirty panties. I was like, oh, girl, I'm taking that. Thank you so much. That's lovely. So imagine my shock when that is not the case. I'm having about zero faith this much in money coming through for me too, yeah? So not only am I hella disappointed in God, I'm hella disappointed in mankind, and I'm hella disappointed in my bank account. I don't know what you're thinking. The common denominator in all of this is me. Wrong. It's definitely not a me thing. It's an everybody else thing, and we know this. But yeah, I'm going to be completely honest. There was a good chunk of the day I thought today about taking up my ex on his offer. And he still offered. He was like, I was like, I can't be with you. And he's like, damn it, Jenna. We had everything fucking planned out. We had a house and everything. No. I don't trust it. I really don't. And if we're real with ourselves, guys, we don't trust things like that. No. Your mom and dad had a house. I have a teeny tiny little corner of a public housing unit in the middle of bumfuck Iowa on a cemetery because that's all I can afford. But your mom and dad have mansions. I live a lot different life. So I broke it off with him again last night. It was so hard. I'm still like, I'm in love with him, Am I? I don't know, maybe. Not really, am I? I kind of talk about him a lot. I don't know. I really thought he was the one. Oh, God. I really did. If I think about it, I don't want to think about it. I loved him more than anything. I think about, like, how they say there's some that you can live with, but there's, like, only one you can't live without. It's kind of like that. I can't risk it. I can't go there. And I cannot do that. Can I? No, I can't. Can I? Am I allowed? No. No, Jenna. You've already established that the family is some sort of weird cult. You can't do that. They will, like, sacrifice me or some shit. I can't do that. Can I? I can't be sacrificed. No. But would I be a human sacrifice, though? Probably. Probably. Could he protect me? Probably. Probably not. And I don't love those odds. I don't love a probably not. If you are going to live in the same house as someone who honestly may want you dead, and then you say, is the man that you're in love with, is he able to protect you from said possible cult? And the answer is maybe not. I don't think you should take it. I don't think you should take the offer. I don't think those are good enough odds to risk your life. But then I think about the alternative, which is tomorrow me living on the streets in a snowbank in Iowa. With Uncle Sam also I owe. The choices. The choices. Do you die by freezing to death and possible starvation? And maybe some wolves? Or do you go risk everything you've got in California, driving a Tesla, but selling your soul? The choices, the choices, but you get to fall in love with the man that you truly are in love with, and there's really nothing wrong with that because you are, it's like real love. Like, that's real true love, though. But are they a cult? And do they want me dead? See, that's the thing. And if I did heal him, and this is a big if. Well, it's not a big if. I would heal him. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Paralyzed, that's nothing. God, whatever. Honey, I just found out recently that 2 people I know one cured cancer, and the other their heart problem. Just by knowing me. So I know I'd be able to heal him. No problem at all. Right on up of that bed. Boom. Just like that. Paralyzed my ass. He will literally be up and walking. He'll be running the world. That's what I fear. Because then the family, it's like, wow, okay, so they found the one girl whom he loves so, so much. And what happens when he's up and working and he's up and strong and stuff. And then there's me. And then I'm like, okay, can I stay? And they're like, no, bitch, you need to go. Then what? You see? That's if I make it that long. That's if I don't get on the way. You've seen how this goes. You remember the story of Princess Diana? I'm just saying. So, question. Do I die by risking it on the streets of Iowa in the cold, frigid winter? Snowbanks? Or under a bridge? Or possibly both if I'm lucky. Or go to California, where this man truly does love me, though. And I know he does. I know he does. And I love him. So we got that going for us. But then it's the whole, like, does his family secretly want me to die in my sleep? I don't think they'd want me to die until after he's healed. And then after that, that's when I'm like, oh, am I on borrowed time? Because by then, I would have fallen in love with the Tesla. I would have had them buy me a puppy. So by then, it's like real cushy. It's like a real good situation. And then I'm like kicked to the curb anyway, probably back out in Iowa living in a snowbank anyway. And then my heart is ripped out because the man that I fell in love with has to stay in Cali and I'm in the fucking Iowa snowbank. You see what I mean? So it's like, which way do you go? Which way do you go out of this world? Through cold hypothermia or through a coven sacrificing you to possibly the devil? Because who else is going to take me as a sacrifice? Nobody else wants me. Oh, fuck. No, that was funny. I know you laughed. I know even my haters laughed at that one. I know you did. I know you did. I'm a psychic. I could hear it. I could hear your cackle from here. Who else? Who else would take me as a sacrifice? So, yeah, I'm just kind of like wondering if I go, I don't even think God would let me get that far. Like, I just don't. I mean, I love him, though. Don't get me wrong. I do love that guy. And I never even got to touch him. You know? I fell in love with him. Video calls, dreams. Oh my God, like 24/7 with each other all the time. Oh my God. He would watch my streams. We had so much fun. Honest, and he really understood me too. Like, my spirituality doesn't freak him out. He loves what I'm about. He loves my channel. He loves tarot. We throw tarot cards together. Like, he's really, like it really kind of is giving two peas in a pod. For real. Okay. But it's like, bro, his family worries me. I wouldn't trust them. I mean, I could go heal him and be like, all right, you and me, buddy, let's go. Let's pack it up. Let's go. That'd be one thing. But the fact that, like, I don't know that would happen. But, you know, you think about it, and you're like, Jenna, are you really any worse for wear? I mean, girl, you are hours away from being in a snowbank. How you the devil rebuking the sin? Okay, see, Tom and Jerry, he makes sense now. That's a very good question. How am I the devil if I'm rebuking the sin? Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. You know, I never asked that question. In the 15 years I've been persecuted by, get this, Christians. Ha! Yeah, in all that time, those loving Christians persecuted me. Do you know what I never actually stopped to ask them ever? How am I the devil if I'm rebuking the sin? Never asked it. Not even once. If only I would have had you, Tom and Jerry. You're pretty awesome. Now, there's a man I know would defend me in front of a cult. Tom, Jerry, period. And Jesus. You would have defended me. I bet if I were to move to California for you, you'd probably be one to defend me. That man, I'm not exactly sure. And sometimes you just gotta preserve your self-respect. And your life. Because honestly, we all know what happens in LA to a lot of girls. That is like the devil's breeding ground, okay? I mean, small Midwest town, adorable girl such as myself, going all the way out to California, LA, new fresh talent. Hi! Oh my God, hi, vote for me. Right. Yeah, because that works every single time you see it, in every movie. Yeah? In every single time. It's in an album or a movie. You see it, you hear it in a song. So I put my hands up, they're playing my song. The butterflies fly away. I'm not that stupid. Unless I am, I don't know, maybe. I guess it depends on if God really comes through for me or not. Because if tomorrow by 10 a.m. I have no other option, what is it? What else am I supposed to do? I mean, come on, I'm serious. What else? Maybe it's the universe being like, okay, he's back in your life. He's obviously not over you. You're not over him. Maybe it's like the universe pushing me there. I don't know. Oh, God. See, I don't know. That's why I'm talking to you guys, because I feel like you would know. Well, I feel like Tom and Jerry knows. I don't think any of you else have, none of you have a fucking clue. Except that Tom Jerry guy. Because Jesus walks with him. So it's Tom, Jerry, and Jesus. And that's why I trust you. You won't ever be the same when you call on Jesus' name. Tom, Jerry, and Jesus. Have I not been calling on those names? Don't act like this is your first rodeo, sir. You've been watching me a minute, no? I call on Jesus a lot. He and I are real tight. The question is, how tight are me and the devil? Huh? Huh? Because you could be real tight with Jesus and still be tempted by the devil, okay? In fact, dare I say it, but I feel like the more you call on Jesus, the more the devil's been trying it. Yeah? So, I called on Jesus a lot over the last 15 years. That's what the devil had his opportunity. Still does. Always. There's always an opportunity, you know. The devil's just foaming at the mouth to come in and have me. I mean, but it's delicious. You can't blame the guy. You can't blame anybody for wanting this. Oh, hell no. I don't blame him. I see why the devil tries as hard as he does. It's cute. But as for my ex, I don't know. He was like, damn it, Jenna. We had an opportunity. But I'm like, yeah, an opportunity for me to heal you and for you to magically become this amazing powerhouse of a leader. And what? And then you just, what, go work for an evil coven? Or me. I mean, then you decide, okay, you're going to work for light instead then. Because, like, the real battle wouldn't even start until that man was healed. So, I don't know if I can be kept safe if I go. I really am not sure, to be honest, if I should go. God, I love him, though. I'm going to be real. 100%. 100%. I'm in love with that guy. I'm like, oh my God, no, I am. I think I still am. No, I wasn't supposed to be. That was supposed to be over. I even said it yesterday, all day today and last night. I was like, guys, I'm so over this, so done. Oh my God, am I happy or what? And now I'm like, no. What if I'm not, though? I work for God and the devil works for me. Damn. Aww. He's the strength in the race that I run. I'm going to tell you right now, Tom Jerry. I really want to thank you for being here. And I'm not kidding. I know. Listen. I know how hard it is to love Christ this much in the climate of the world that we're in, okay? To be defiantly in love with Christ when everyone goes after your jugular, sir. I know, okay? And I want to thank you for being here because, I mean, it's obvious you love God. But I really want to tell you that for the first time, I think, ever in my life, at least in the 15 years since I've been saved, I think I have about zero faith in God anymore. In fact, I would say that whatever source, whatever God brought this man that I am madly in love with into my life just to rip him from my life, I'm starting to really resent that God. I'm starting to really think that for loving God, you're really truly always just punished. That there's really never, you don't ever get blessed. You don't ever really get to have what you want. It's just nothing but trials and tribulations. So I don't really have the same attitude towards Christ right now, to be completely real with you. Because nobody really knows how much I love that man. And how much he still obviously loves me. And sometimes, and I'll tell you, I just want to do it. I just want to say, fuck it, and go chase love. Really. I just want to see. I never even got to touch him. So I don't share the same sentiment at this very moment, and I think at one time I did. At one time, I cared a lot. But I have $27 to my name. And in just a few hours' time, I'm literally homeless. I don't think anybody in their right mind would ever judge a girl like me for taking a man like him up on his offer. I don't see God offering me a way out. I don't see God offering women like me much of anything. I see a lot of women struggling for their faith in Christ, all the way down to rock bottom, where they're on their streets. I've seen women have to be propositioned for things, and those women have to take it. Thankfully, I've never had to do that. I've never had to sell my body. But I do know women on the streets that have had to. I've known women that were in far worse situations than me. And you know what? I'm honestly, my level of anger towards God is starting to become monumental. And I'm starting to become mental. Because I sacrificed everything for 15 years for the Most High God. And that Most High God left me the most low I've ever been. And so, when this man comes in offering me an opportunity, well, I'm pretty low. I don't think anybody could blame me. I don't think one person would be able to say, oh, I wouldn't have done it. Sure as shit you would have. Pisses me off so much. And the way that my sisters on the street, they get judged for what they've had to do to just survive. To eat their first meal in weeks. The way that these girls had to do what they had to do. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, I get so tired. I'm waiting for the real men to rise up. I'm waiting for... Yeah, it's so great as you're an armchair warrior, Tom Jerry. No offense. But isn't that so lovely? That you can sit in here and type out so boldly how you love Christ. Right. Are you down to $27 living on a hope and a prayer as a woman without a way to protect yourself in this world? Is that what it is? Because until that's the case, I'm going to have to say I don't really care. And I can understand why there's so many people angry on this planet. Because even the ones that love Christ, love God more than anything, and sacrifice everything, are down at rock bottom with absolutely nothing. What do you have to say for that? King of Kings, Lord of Lords, all the things he has in store. From the rich to the poor, all are welcome through the door. You won't ever be the same when you call in Jesus' name. Did you steal that from Google? Did you write it yourself? Oh, Kanye. TTS. See, then there's TTS. He does it with no help. Tom Jerry, he has all the help in the world because he has Jesus. And I have all the help in the world because I have Jesus. I wonder if my landlord tomorrow, if I can tell her that I love Jesus. And I wonder that if I'm living on the streets tomorrow and I get propositioned for something in a week's time, if I can tell that man, I love Jesus. I wonder if, as so many women such as myself who love Jesus, go out there to preach the gospel continually, day in, day out, if we're going to be able to ever again get a place to live with Jesus on our lips. I wonder. Genuinely curious. Because I happen to know a man that has actually taken care of me several times and assured that I stayed off the streets quite a couple times in the course of our relationship. I mean, there's been times that I really wouldn't have made it, like, at all. And he just so happened to offer me quite the lucrative position. And a lot of women like myself would gladly take any man up on that offer. Especially a woman like me. Now I know my shit. Now I know how to protect myself if I'm living under some random stranger's roof. Just like I do here. In public housing, one step above a shelter. There could be anywhere from 5 to 7 men living in this place at any given time. And a woman without a weapon? I've been able to handle my own for the last 2 years. Either in a shelter, on the streets, or in public housing. So honestly, I don't think anybody would judge me for taking a man up on his offer. To have me under the same roof as him, to finally be able to kiss him, place my hands on him, finally, be warm at least. You can't blame me. Sure, people would pray for me, but never to a point where they're ever inconvenienced. Never enough to actually dig into your own wallet to ensure a girl like me doesn't have to go a route of living with a cult. High priestesses such as myself get initiated into covens every single day. What are you doing about it, Tom Jerry? What are a lot of godly men like you doing about it, Tom Jerry? Really pisses me off that you guys don't understand what women such as myself have to go through for being the truth tellers and the Christ followers that we truly are. We are your future wives. And if you knew how men assault us, You would have dug deep into your wallet long ago to ensure that I had a place over my head and my sisters on the street didn't have to do what they had to do to keep themselves fed. So I honest at this point, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm not like this huge advocate for the Jesus that you keep preaching. It's fine to sit behind a computer screen and type in how much you love Jesus, but not till it hurts. Not till there's actually a little bit of a gouge in your wallet. When you actually have to put your money where your mouth is and love a sister in Christ, huh? That's how it is. Sorry, but that's how it is. I'm here to represent the real truth of the matter. What really happens to women that go through the experiences they go through and is completely shunned away by the world in the same way Christ was. And then you want to know why the women that you would love to have as your wife, you'll never even get to look at them, touch them, know them. It's because their heart is so guarded, they're so closed off, they've become so rigid that you would just cast them away. They've had to become so tough and so solid on their own that you start to even think of their energy as unattractive. Because they've been at the hard knocks so long that they've learned how to do things you couldn't even fucking imagine just to survive on the streets. You know, it's funny. Men always want a woman who's street smart enough to be able to handle him. Tell him no. Know her worth enough to tell him fuck right off. Even if husband or not. You won't talk to me like that, absolutely not. He wants someone with a little lip, a little bite to her, but yet can't stand the fact that it took decades on nothing but living on a prayer to get that way. It took absolute down to impoverishment, homelessness, sleeping with many men. How many good men, how many of you godly men out there waiting for a godly woman? A godly woman? Are you kidding me? You have no idea what that woman had to do to get to God. You don't even know what that woman had to experience for God to find her. Oh man, so many men. You want clean, you want perky, you want never been through a thing. You don't want the real. Trust me. The real ones worth their weight in anything. Worth their weight in gold. You have to chip away at our icy heart, one block at a time. And I don't know many men lining up around the block to do that. God or not. Jesus or not. So, when a man in a lucrative position like my ex offers something like you did last night, men like you, Tom, Jerry, the godly types, the ones that love Jesus so much, you have to start asking yourself a real question. Are you going to forever sit back as men like that steal your woman? Steal women that you would like to have? Because that's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to have to be. Because a lot of high priestesses on the streets, you have no idea how many women I've met that, one, lived under a semi at a Walmart once. Another girl, she was 75 pounds. 75 pounds and homeless. Another woman, she was trafficked from Canada all the way to Arizona. And in living in a shelter, they had taken all of her important documents, so she couldn't even get the fuck back home. That's not even to mention the women that I know have been raped, such as myself. So excuse me, Tom, Jerry, and Jesus. Sorry about that. Armchair warriors. So excited to preach the gospel on somebody else's channel. When's the last time it really hurt you to give? To ensure that women such as myself don't have to go be with cult leaders like the family that has offered me what they've offered me, huh? Yeah. Yeah, it's the real spiritual war now, huh? Now it's the real deal. It's the real holy war now. The women that you love, your sisters in Christ, the true bride of Christ, they're the ones hours away from being on in a street, or literally being in the street, being propositioned, having to do things with her body that she knows she hates. But there's really no other way. There's really, for her. But you know what? But you can rhyme. And you can steal Kanye's rhymes and look really, really good on the internet. So that godly women such as myself fall for you. Oh, so cute. Isn't he so cute? And he loves Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. When's the last time you gave till it hurt? When's the last time you invested into a divine feminine at rock bottom that had nothing and no one? Yeah. Now you can understand why the entire fucking world is angry, huh? Now you get why there's this never-ending war between women and men. Why we need to heal that for our future generations to have fathers and mothers that love each other. Now you get it. Any holy woman got there because she found God at rock bottom when she's already had a handful of men doing things to her that you shouldn't even know about. So really, I love your poem. Do you think that'll keep me off the street tomorrow? Tom, Jerry, and Jesus? Because I love how you love God. I love how you're so godly. Yeah. It's like that now. Real world problems. Real world war. The holy war that's been eternally here for fucking ever. And there's a man in California willing, able, and completely at the ready at any moment to take a woman like me, a very gifted psychic, a shaman, a seer, instant manifester. Oh, I could manifest the world for him. But you can type a poem or two. So you got that going for you. I think people really are getting it twisted in this modern day era. What it looks like to truly follow Christ, it looks like being fucking homeless. It looks like not being able to put food on your table or clothe your children. I think that men, godly men, have had it so twisted for so long. I don't know what you were doing having your head buried in the fucking sand, but your sisters in Christ have been kicked down to rock bottom, rejected by the world because she's a truth teller and she's been able to prophesy dreams, predict the future, get called on to go into these cults and preach and evangelize, and then get fucking tortured while she was there. Oh, yeah. These cults, they all want her. Who wouldn't? A high priestess? A real gifted one? A seer? Oh, Jesus. One that could truly help every coven leader from here to Alabama get out of a traffic ticket 3 blocks away because she can sense there's a cop waiting for him. Are you kidding? Honey. Oh, I'm way more coveted than you think. But you've got some really awesome poems because you love God. But have you loved Jesus till it hurts? See, that's the real question. You're out here talking a big game, Tom Jerry. Big, big game. Everybody here knows how much you love Jesus and how much Jesus loves you. But the real question I have for you, sir, is how often do you love other Jesus followers? I think, Tom, Jerry, and Jesus, I think that you actually really do love Jesus. And I really do think that you love me as well. And I think that underneath all of this anger that I have right now, that there's only $27 to my name and homelessness in 8 hours, I think after all of this frustration, there might even be love in it for you from me. Possibly I even love you. But can you understand the frustration that so many of my sisters are feeling on the streets? Women who were raised with such jealous mothers and sisters that in order for their mothers to keep food on the table, sold them to the highest bidder, handed us over to our loving fathers, loving doting dads. And then when we finally fucking got fed up, when we finally grew a pair and we could handle our own, right? Fought back, and of course we were on the streets before you even knew it. Doing God knows what with God knows who. But I love that you love Jesus. That's great. I loved him too at one time. I really did. I don't know that I have that same sentiment anymore. I'm going to be completely real with you. I think it takes a lot for a girl like myself who has literally witnessed Christ. 15 years ago, I saw Jesus. Yeah? Which makes this thing all the more hurtful. Yeah. Gave up everything. Everything. For the love of Jesus. Did Jesus give up something for me? I don't know. How often does it hurt your wallet to go help a woman in need? Tom, Jerry? Your money is God's money. Remember that. I think all of you should remember that. Because you may not believe in my gifts. You might not believe in a lot of my sisters and how gifted we really are. But I'll tell you one thing. If at rock bottom, when this world is at the brink of World War III and you're going to need some insights and some clarity as to start leading our planet back to healing, you're going to probably need some of these seers. A couple of these divine girls. So you might want to start investing now. If I was living with my mom trying to bring this cult down, I would gladly have helped you. Everyone thinks that Jesus Christ is coming to save them. It's going to be funny when the truth is revealed and the only ones that can save themselves are the authentic ones connected through Christ. Yeah, it's going to be really fucking funny. Can't wait for that day. So I find it very odd that I can't hear from Tom, Jerry, and Jesus anymore. Is that I called it out too loudly? Is it I really had you thinking today that you could even compete in the realm of what I've been through? So bold, so excited to talk about how much Christ has done for you. Well, I was called on, picked on, literally on purpose, chosen on purpose 15 years ago. And my faith in that guy is pretty much about nil. So just know, if in the future you guys are wondering why the world is at the brink, and the healers and the seers and the ones that could do anything to save this place from its toxicity will be too busy in places like California, being probably trafficked. But remember that, as you don't dig into your wallets because you didn't find it to be at all worth the investment. You would have helped. You could have helped. But, I'm so sorry, but, yeah, that's what I thought. So how dare any of you have any judgment towards any of my sisters that had to do what they had to do at rock bottom? How dare any of you have any thought in your head, even one negative thought towards me and my finances or what I've had to do? Shame on any of you. Shame on every last one of you. You don't give till it hurts. I gave till it hurt. And now I'm tired of hurting. So I'm tired of giving. So I'm going to go take my gifts and maybe go give it to some guy who actually would fucking appreciate it. I know a Dark Coven leader who'd probably appreciate it. I know a few Dark Coven leaders who'd probably appreciate it. I didn't bend the knee on purpose. But I'm getting real damn close. Because the walls of Iowa are caving in. The cold, frigid temps of the Midwest. With a girl with $27 to her name. Not like you're squeezing me in, making time for me, reaching into your wallet. God forbid. God forbid you use any money God's ever given you to give to another sister in Christ. Shh. But I love Jesus though, and he always comes through. He always comes through. Great. Look, I'm not even judging because honestly, Tom, Jerry, I know you from Adam. I don't know you at all. Who's to say you haven't funded some sort of child charity cancer ward? I have no fucking clue. But I am talking in generalities to the masses. Oh, I love Jesus. I love God. Like, yeah, God's like so good to me. And he like always comes through, always comes through. Great. So great job accepting gifts from the Holy Spirit. When's the last time you gave any of those gifts? When's the last time you gave of yourself in any way, huh? And then you wonder why the real seers, the real ones with any gifts worth mentioning, the real psychics, the real fucking ones at rock bottom. And you know how I know they're real at rock bottom? Because they've been to rock bottom because they were so good at their jobs that the world hated them. Every time she would call out her jealous mother. Stop selling me to the highest bidder, Mom. Anytime she would tell a nasty, greasy man with hands that he can't keep to himself, don't fucking touch me again. Look at me like that again. It'll be the last thing you do. Boom. Kicked out. In cuffs. Told she's crazy in a straitjacket. Some shit like that. Planted drugs on her. Something. Yeah? Yeah? So the real ones did what Jesus instructed. And the real ones are out here like Mary Magdalene. So how dare any of you have a fucking judgment for any of those women that had to do what they had to do on the streets. Ooh, how dare you. In fact, I would dare say the reality you have coming down the pike for you is a fate not much different than my own. Those negative thoughts that you can't keep in check, those judgments you have in your noggin about me and the $27 that I have in my account, I'd really fucking watch it if I were you, because the same universe that gave me my problems is real, real good at giving you yours. Right. But I love Jesus. Yes, we do. I love Jesus. How about you? Now you can understand why the whole world's at war with itself. Huh, Tom? Huh, Jerry? Huh, Jesus? Yeah. Well, Jesus came not to bring peace, my friend, but definitely a sword. And so here's the sword message today. The real ones that you would love to marry, the godly ones, the godly women, whoo, they've been through some shit, honey. Those are the women that you will have to etch out, carve out a safe space in her heart because she's been raped so many times. Yeah? She's had to eat out of a dumpster just to survive because men like you, sadly, weren't there for us. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that you had anything to do with that. As you just saw Michael in here, it's not his fucking problem. It's not his fault. He's been in a cult of his own, trying to survive. Shit, women like me can't be too mad at a guy like him, huh? I can't be too mad. He was just recently locked up by his own mother, put in a fucking psych ward. I can't be angry. The dude's calling out an entire call. I can't be angry at my ex-boyfriend, who was fucking paralyzed on a bed. Can't go anywhere. I can't blame him. He was literally fucking drugged, poisoned, and left for dead. I can't be angry at him. That he can't come through for me and swoop me in and, oh, let's go to Fiji and get married and have lots of babies. It's not his fault. So yeah, I love that Jesus guy for you, hun. Team Jesus. Say his name loud and proud and he'll change your life. He'll change your life, all right. He'll send you down to rock bottom with absolutely nothing, no one, and no money. And that is what Jesus will do. It's funny. They say that the devil would have done that. Huh. So I get it, Tom, Jerry, and Jesus. I understand. Your love of Christ has you as an armchair warrior in my channel. Are you facing homelessness tomorrow? Are you out there still utilizing your gifts every single day for free to encourage other women who are going, or anyone going through any sort of impoverishment or trials, tribulations? I mean, I am just asking for a friend. Which friend, huh? Some say Jesus, some say the devil. All I know is World War III is on the brink. And I'm not here to stop it. I'm here to encourage it. Why? Because maybe then people like yourself will give an actual shite that women like myself have been begging for help for a very, very long time. The holy war, honey, the eternal holy war that the church seems to think goes on and on and on and on. That is the war that never ends. That one? Modern day witch hunt, honey. Oh, look. A witch now. Do you know in America, in the 21st century, in a church group that I belonged in, oh, I didn't belong there, trust me, I didn't belong there. I just happened to find myself there. They voted whether or not I should be burned at the stake or drowned to death. In America. In the 21st century. Ah, it's God as my witness. They voted. Grown-ass men voted whether I should be drowned or burned. Yeah, no, that happened. So I'm going to tell you right now, Tom, Jerry, and Jesus. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of all of you. I think all three of you are lovely. But I really don't think I have faith in either of you three. I think you guys talk a really good game. But the real women with the real gifts, who had to go really within to find them, went really within on her own while trying to protect the only sacred thing that she had, and did so with her life. And now, what you would call bitter, what you would call angry, a lot of women like me, we are. The world rejected us, just like they rejected the cornerstone. Rejected, rejected, rejected. And then we meet some sweet, dashing, kind guy. Oh, who loves Jesus. Can you believe it? And we're supposed to swoon? Congratulations, you love Jesus. I don't know if you know about trials or tribulations. Let me know when you've both ended the world and then restarted again only on your blood, sweat, and tears, huh? Let me know when you've ever dug into your wallet so much that it hurt. You know, one day, this beautiful, beautiful girl that I met, she literally had $2 to her name, and she gave me $1. Now, just as Jesus said in the Bible, surely that woman has given more to God than any of you. $1. She gave more out of her little than probably most of you men combined. So yeah, the whole World War III, every world leader with their hand on a nuke right now. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop that shit. Why would I? Why would I help you get your soul elevated to somebody who gives a shit, honey? No, you can just go watch CNN and instead glue it into that program, all right? I don't really give a fuck. No, truly, truly. When you meet a girl like me who knows who she is and knows her gifts, and I turn into the dark, it'll be game over. And then I meet a coven leader who also is about this close to turning to the dark, who's literally admitted he's about to start working for the devil. Oh, honey. Oh, shit. Power couple goals, honey. So, yeah. Jesus should be shaking in his boots. I'm sorry. And I know it really wasn't your fault. Especially Michael here, who's been in a cult. I know what it was like. I was trafficked last year. I was literally trafficked into a witch coven. I literally lived with 3 witches and a warlock, as God is my witness. In a 7x7 room, living on an air mattress that had a hole in it. So I would literally end up on the hardwood floors with mice. Those women took the toilet paper. They took the knobs off the fucking stove so I couldn't even cook. I couldn't eat. They took the silverware, the plates. They took it all just to humiliate me. So yeah. Everybody's got a thing to say about Jenna. And the fact that she's been around the block. She definitely knows her way around a man. That's for sure. Yeah, but nobody really knows. No, not really. Why women such as myself, the ones with real gifts, why at rock bottom we say fuck the world, let the world burn. Because when we take away our gifts and we don't help you predict the 3 or 4 days from now that you have coming in, you'll make some really stupid mistakes. And we love that for you. We love when you channel demons and when you can drink your problems away and put your own self behind bars. We love that. Because women like ourselves, we're sick and tired of predicting for criminals what will happen to you in a couple days so you can run along and avoid your karma. I don't think so. I personally don't mind that criminals are turning the bottle and they're turning themselves in. Yeah? I'm a big fan. I would never get in the way of my enemy turning himself in. I wasn't even talking to you, Jay. I haven't even judged you yet. Yeah? Unless you're talking to Randall. Randall's been in here judging everybody, from what I've seen. But he uses the name Jesus too, right? So, I mean, hey. Anybody who uses the name Jesus is allowed to just judge, right? She's yelling and swearing at us, but wants us to give her money. Try being nice. You think nice is going to somehow magically make you give money? I bet you there's not a more greedy person in this entire chat than you, Jay. Don't act like being nice is somehow going to butter you up. You'll have more money than God soon. Money, 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 money. No one to spend it on. No one that actually would like to get your soul aligned with God. Probably. There's a lot of women out there that only want the money. So go ahead and keep it, Jay. Keep your money. Keep it, because there's a woman out there that really, really wants it. It's not me, because I'm not nice enough. I'm not willing to be nice for money. I'm not willing to do a lot of things for money, including be nice. Yeah. Put your money where your mouth is, boys. Right. You know what? It's okay. You're literally judging people. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys right now, as I have witnessed psychically and spiritually. Any of you who have just made a remark about how much money you're going to give me, and notice you probably will not do so. You've already stolen from God. You've already taken the energy for doing a favor, a gift, that you're not going to follow through with. Do you realize what you do in front of 20 some odd people? When somebody promises something, do you know that every eyeball in here looks at you and says, oh my God, that's so sweet. That's so amazing. So you're literally getting blessed by people that watch you say something so kind, but then you don't follow through on it. Not understanding that that is spiritual thievery. Well, it's a thing. And you whether you believe it or not. They don't deserve you. And why settle? I give everything I had to everyone else and learned no one else has my back. Only God. Right? Hi, Eric. Thank you for being here. Hi, Eric. No, as of tomorrow, I don't know. I don't know where I'll be in just a few hours. No, I don't even time them out. I want to see exactly who these people are. I'm not the only one that sees it. It's the audacity for me for people on my channel to think that if I've already been monitored by the FBI, that they don't have monitors monitoring them. Nah, just leave it. Leave it. Listen, guys, at the end of the day, the anger I have, the righteous anger that I have, it comes from a very broken place. It comes from
years of having to be a woman when you didn't want to be a man. I don't think many people understand the kind of assault it really takes for a soul to get as bitter as you say I am. The fact that I won't even be nice or kind simply so you can donate money to me, that tells me right there I'm already a girl broken past repair. So I think what you need to understand is the World War III on the way is not going to be stopped. The ones that would have helped you stop it have given up. We're ready to settle down with a man like last night and go form her own life, go do her own thing. Go give those tools of magic and witchcraft and the occult esotericism that she knows, you know, after having gotten out of so many witch covens, so many toxic things, just surviving, being trafficked into that, into spiritual cults, for real, for real. Oh man, the things that women like myself eventually had to learn just to get out of that. You would be lucky, you would be grateful to know a gifted seer who can get out of cult after coven, and not only do that, but still encourage women to also want to keep going towards love. So eventually, godly men such as yourself can still have a godly wife one day. You'd think you'd be more grateful for a woman such as myself. Instead of judging me for being so bitter, you think you'd be grateful that after all that, I still wanted to help your sisters in Christ. And I still wanted to encourage them to get out of true situations of assault and trafficking. Straight up human trafficking, for real, for real. You would have thought that you would have appreciated how cold a heart has to be to get to the point of this bitter. But no, it has to be judged. Like Jay says, how dare you, Jenna? You should be nice if you want donations. Well, I guess I don't want your donation bad enough then. I don't need to be nice to you. You haven't been kind to me yet. So, you would think that if godly men who want a godly woman, you want the real godly type, right? Because we all know those girls that'll go around in dresses, holding a Bible. Duds in the brain. I mean, sorry, but sometimes. Is that judgmental? But if you want the real ones, the real Christ followers, the real one that went to God to get to you, the one that's a queen who knows she's a queen to get to you, the king, yeah? Oh, you can't afford her. You won't be able to on comments like that. Oh, you're not nice enough. I'm sorry. I forgot where the fuck I had to be nice. We're about to enter World War III. Where the fuck is the nice caveat? Where do I need to be nice? Sign me up. Right. So the war that's coming down the pike, you'd think you'd be grateful for a woman like me who's seen it all. You would think that after near-death experiences, astral projections, literally seeing entities, Slender Man, fairies, all of it, you'd think. Demonic possession? Yeah. Performing exorcisms? Yeah. Meeting people who have literally been in fucking cults, trafficked? Yeah. Helping women escape situations like that as a real seer? Yeah. Getting men off of her? Using nothing but her mind? Yeah? Man, you'd think you'd be a little bit more fucking grateful for a spiritual goddess that you've just recently met. But you know what? I'm not nice enough for your money. Keep your fucking money. Go find somebody who's nice, Jay. See where nice gets you in World War III, huh? Ooh. See where nice gets you. Yeah. So now I have about zero compassion, zero niceness. I'm not here for niceties. And I'm not here for your donation that you were never going to give anyway. Thanks. Keep it. When women like me, who know who they truly are, we meet a man like my ex, who knows who he truly is. Ooh. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we will be a very, very secluded, exclusive kind of thing. Not out here giving away all of our tips and tricks and secrets to people like you, because we're not nice. And you're going to want a nice teacher. Yeah. So I should just instead take all that energy back myself. Every single ounce of energy any of you tried to have in this live stream from myself. Take it back, call it back. Oh, I will be doing that. 100%. Cutting cords, calling it back. You don't have to like it. You don't have to even know what's happening. You probably won't. The only thing you'll be feeling is that 3 a.m. witching hour when you can't sleep because some sort of truth lodged in there. So no, I'm not nice. I don't really need your money, Jay. I didn't beg you for your money. I don't even really want to talk to you. I don't know why you thought I did. So, no, you can keep your money. Go spoil a girl who's nice. She's probably one of very few that will be able to like you. Because the real ones don't. I'm not here for nice. I'm here because the president of the free world has his finger on a nuke button. Yeah. And I'm here because a lot of my sisters who've been raped and tortured are out here having to defend themselves in files like the Epstein files. They have to go defend themselves. Because our judicial system will not be doing that anytime soon, huh? I'm here to help women like that who are true victims of true crimes that you can't even fucking fathom from your mom's basement. Yeah. So, shh, sit down and let the real ones speak. And I'm sorry, Jay. I'm so sorry that the real ones that speak aren't nice. You should go ask the leader of the free world if nice will get you anywhere, huh? Yeah. Time for the young buck to step up. What I'm going to tell you is, real recognizes real. And it's over for the fake. God will soon The real ones will soon be matched with the real ones. You'll find your people. You'll find your tribe. You'll know who they are. You'll feel them enter before they even show up in your physical world. The psychics really know the real psychics. The empaths deserve empaths. Kind-hearted, gentle people deserve kind-hearted, gentle people. Nazi sympathizers deserve Nazis. Witches deserve witches. Yeah? Racists deserve other racists. Lovers deserve lovers. Healers deserve healers. Protectors deserve protectors. And that is how it's going to be in the end times. The end days. They're not the end for everybody. Why would it be? God loves us too much as infinite souls, as eternal souls. Why would it be the end for those that know that they are God? It's just the beginning for us. So, my words to the wise, which I'm not sure there are too many in here, but if there are any, it would be, hold tight. Evil this dumb, and this brazen, and this bold. It's obvious they're losing because they have to make themselves so readily available and so known. They have to make themselves this obvious. Why? That's the real question you should ask yourself. Why make themselves such a target? Why have to expose their hand? They're overplaying their hand so obviously. Why? It should really make you ask why. And if you ask why, I think you'll find the answer. I think empaths deserve empaths. I think generous, giving people deserve generous, giving people. Yeah. I think kind-hearted saints deserve kind-hearted saints. I think warmongers deserve warmongers. Yeah. I liked and subscribed. Thank you. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Queen. Thank you, Jennifer. Good things come to those who wait. Yeah. Love deserves love. That's it, Jason. Exactly. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys about the struggle I was facing. That as of tomorrow morning, I'll probably be homeless on the street. Just me and my duffel bags and a suitcase. Who's to say, really? But if they have a bed somewhere, I'm sure I'll find one. There is one thing that I have that I really wish I didn't, and that is faith in something bigger. Even though I'm angry, I'm not even really angry at God, though. I mean, I might have just a little teeny tiny little bit of faith. But somehow, that's enough for me to still love God. Think about all the times that He really did come through for me. And thankfully, not due to any of you and the hateful comments I've received in here, but thankfully for my own, from my own reservoir, I'm able to not turn to the dark tonight. To avoid alcohol, not smoking my weight in ganja, not fighting with any of you. No, just the sheer devotion of a girl who has been kicked to rock bottom so often that I'm reminded of how good God was to me when I had no one and nothing. And you know what? You can all keep your money. I'm sure your money will keep you nice and warm in World War III. Can't buy your way into heaven anyway, huh? You'll probably learn that, or you maybe won't. Either way, the way that God has heard all of your hearts tonight, He's heard mine. Definitely heard me. There's been a lot of invisible forces that have listened to you guys tonight. I just can't wait for that one day where it matters. Where, like, you genuinely care about shame. And, like, you care that maybe you come across as just vindictive or spiteful or whatever. I'm just waiting for the day that hearts don't want to just hurt each other. And that when course corrected and convicted of something in the heart space, it, like, actually matters. I'm just waiting for that day where, I don't know. People just want to be better, I guess. All I'm saying is the hate that I have been facing for some time, I'm just so happy that I finally see it in the physical. At first, it was only psychic, and I couldn't tell. I mean, I knew something was off. I knew that my finances kept drying up. I didn't understand what it was. I get it now. I've been in a secret holy war I didn't know really was happening. And only now is it finally becoming evident, because the whole world's at war, and it's so obvious now with your eyeballs, you know? I don't have to just feel it. People can see it now. I really do miss my ex, though. And sometimes I do wonder about that. I wonder, is this next phase, like, is one door closing so that I can go to that, you know? Because one thing's for sure, we really did love each other, you know? I don't know. All I know is if you guys could just say a prayer for me. Because as much as you may hate me and as much as you may think I'm bitter and angry and rude even, if you could just pray for me, yeah? You don't even have to send me a donation. You don't have to do anything. I'm just a good vibe. You know? Because I have a lot going on right now. And I truly am sorry if I judged any of you too harshly. But I just wish more people knew what it is really like for women out here. When the men that we want are men like Michael, who are in fucking cults right now, trying to just like escape, trying to just survive. The real ones that we want are like my ex. Paralyzed, stuck to a bed. He only has one arm that works. Hasn't even touched me yet. And still, he healed my soul more than any man has. It's like that. It's the ones that really can't offer us anything but love, the ones that we really, really want. We don't need your money. Your money's great, trust me. It'd be lovely to help keep a roof over my head. But we really wanted your heart. Me and God. Me and a lot of women like myself. We didn't really need your money. Anyway, I just came on here. I didn't think it would be this long, but I just didn't want to be alone tonight. I hate thinking of the idea of me having $27 in my bank account. And tomorrow, I have to pack up my shit and go. I don't know where I'm going. And it doesn't matter. Look. Doesn't matter. I'll figure it out. But all I really wanted to say was, I wasn't even trying to be hateful to that Tom, Jerry, Jesus guy. I just wanted you guys to know that true suffering is coming from the holy ones. We're crying out for help. We're begging any holy power there is. You get to a point where you truly are attacked so often, not only online, but living in a public housing like this, that women such as myself go to great lengths to call on any higher power, if there is one, just to get nasty ass energies off of us. I'm not here to make you feel bad. I'm just here to ask, could you please stop hating on a girl that you don't know? Stop calling me the devil. I'm not the devil. Haven't worked for him yet. Not to say I won't in the future. Shit. With the anger that keeps coming at me, with the hate people have, keep it up long enough and man, you'll turn a lot of us cold. I don't think you're going to have anybody that can save you from World War III. I kind of think by now people want it. People want World War. Everybody's just chomping at the bit. Everybody's so angry. You got this this country and this country. You've got our poor NATO allies shaking in their boots. Greenland, Denmark, what the fuck? The most two innocent countries that have ever existed ever in the history of ever. Can't even believe it. And now you've got the real seers, real true leaders at rock bottom. The ones that you wouldn't take seriously anyway. Even if I were a real deal psychic, even if I really could predict the fucking future, you wouldn't even take me seriously anyway because you look at my bank account and the fact that I don't have any property, a husband, or a car, and you take that as some sort of sign that I'm not to be trusted. It's just sad. I'm really convinced that the world wants World War III. I just want to meet those beautiful people that don't. I just want to meet the ones that I know are praying right now. Just the soccer moms with kids that like can't even afford rent or food on the table. And you know she probably prayed all night long because her sick baby, she probably doesn't have insurance for it, you know? I just want to meet them. But instead I keep getting met with people like tonight. You're so eager for ice? You love Nazis that much? Go have them. Be careful what you wish for. The real ones will be getting out of Dodge, don't worry. God will not be subjecting us to that kind of bullshit. Absolutely not. We've already suffered enough. Be careful what you wish for, though. You guys out here promoting that shit. The real ones. The holy ones are being taken out of that mess. We're ascending. We're ascending past it. And look, I may be the most bitter woman you've met in a while. But even I know that my soul is good with God. So I might be a bitter bitch. But at least I know, deep down, that I'm good with God. Can you say that? Maybe you don't want to say it. Maybe you don't even care to. That's fine. I just can't wait to meet the ones that really cared about their soul. More than their money. More than their status. More than how many subscribers they have or their BBLs or their whatever. I just can't wait to meet the real ones who valued their soul more than anything. Thank you. I appreciate that. What's your name? Alfonso? Thank you so much. Shelley, yes. This earth is not meant to last, period. Thank you, yeah. Hmm. I will be. Ask Christ to teach you his word and study it. The word of God is on my lips. The word of God became flesh. That's what we're about to realize. So I will be going to Christ. Absolutely. I love God. I do. I might be angry and I might have my times. But always at the end of sermons like this, I always find my way back around. Give Randall a chance. I'm not on medications, drugs, or alcohol. I will never give a chance to anybody that would try to influence a group of people to believe something about myself that is false. Ever. New heaven and new earth after judgments are cast, and we will sing a new song. Yes. Michael, just know I forgive you for not being able to protect me. This world is so just gone. I just, came on here to just avoid being alone. Honestly, I probably should have just stayed alone. I didn't want to be alone with just my thoughts and only $27 to get me by tomorrow. I wanted, I guess, to hear myself think. But you know what? I'll tell you something that I did not expect, and I'm gonna be real. 3 hours of talking to you. And I love God more now than I did before I talked to the lot of you. God's heart and compassion. I don't think there's anything more beautiful than experiencing the darkness that I just experienced for 3 hours straight and running right back to God afterwards. I don't think there is anything more beautiful than witnessing the depravity of so many of you so-called men and then getting to go gladly back into the arms of God. Because He'll willingly and graciously take me.
You'll know when I'm done, because I'll get off the live stream when I'm fucking ready. If I'm still on, chances are I still have something to say. Right? So I think what is so beautiful is that when I first came on, I was so angry at God. So mad. So mad that I would sacrifice so much and find myself with $27. About to be homeless, yeah? After giving so much of myself to God. I'm so angry. So angry, really, truly. And then talking to you. Nothing makes a girl run back to God quite like the evil heart of man. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for once again making me fall in love with God, truly. I want to thank you for being an instrument of the devil so well that it led me right back to Christ. In only 3 hours. Can you believe that? My soul got saved in only 3 hours. You know, maybe that's the whole point of this whole experiment called Earth and how tragic and horrible it is. You know, maybe it's just that it's this bad to lead us to God. You know? Like nothing leads you quite to love. It pushes you to love, quite like suffering, yeah? Maybe that's the whole thing. I mean, I'm so disappointed in so many of you. It's gross. Ugh. I would never. It's actually kind of beautiful in a way. Because I'm sure after all of this, you know, when it all dies down and I'm not as emotional and whatever, and like tomorrow, I'm sure there will be a couple of you that still stay and you're really Christ followers. And honestly, it would have been worth the risk in embarrassing myself and being as vulnerable and open as I am, because it's my life purpose. I'm supposed to be this way. I'm supposed to overshare. It's the whole point. And so, the judgment that I face, sure. Worth it if I can even find one or two real lovers of God. I don't want to be angry at God. And I was. And I was. When I first went, and I was, okay? And yeah, I was kind of mean in some of these, interactions, sure. But I was really tired of once again having to even wonder if I'll have a roof tomorrow. I was angry at God for once again making me have to humble myself, making me once again have to ask for help, making me once again have to embarrass myself.
in front of every enemy that I know I have that hates every part of me. God, but if it's not good for the soul in some way, I swear it is. Because every single time I humble myself and just ask for help, and I'm persecuted for it. Told, shut up. Nobody wants to help you. You're ugly. Get a job. We hate you. Be homeless, bitch. Stuff like that. And which has happened multiple times. Sometimes you just get so angry at God that you have to ever get to that point where you have to have help. And that anger that I feel, it's that so many would dismiss the real pain that I feel. While your sister could be next, your mom, your aunt, future generations. The things that have happened to me could easily happen to your sister. And instead of just like hearing me, you want to be angry at me that I'm angry at God. Especially the godly ones in here. So yeah, I was mad. But now oh man, I remember how beautiful God is. Not because anything godly happened, but because all of a sudden, the pain that I feel from being around you guys for even an hour, 3 hours, let alone, but the disgusting nature of so many of you is so repulsive that I truly want to go right back to God. Right back to the love of the holy. Now imagine enough women like myself, emotionally open, vulnerably, psychic, empathically, experiencing enough disgusting men such as yourselves, if the shoe fits, wear it. Imagine enough of us women on the planet getting so fed up that we all turn to God. Oh, it's beautiful. I can understand now why the world's at the brink. It's to push us right into God. It's like it's going to God by contrast. Think about it. It's like the world being so dark and so ugly that it pushes people right to love. Because I don't think I'm ever going to go on a live stream where there's not going to be hate. I don't know why I would have thought there ever could be. It's the internet, for God's sakes. I don't know. Was I just ignorant? I don't know. I thought the internet was like full of rainbow farts and unicorns or something. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But I just didn't expect it to be that brutal. That I go out on a limb and I just didn't want to be alone, so it's not that God swooped down and like suddenly revealed himself to me tonight. It's just like, hallelujah. It's not like that. It's that you guys are so barbaric and hateful and gross. I want nothing to do with you. I'm repulsed. Then I want to go right back to God. Which is actually kind of saying a lot because I was hella pissed. I was like mad. You can't blame me. Shit, I had to once again tell my ex-boyfriend goodbye last night. The one I loved more than life itself. And then in less than 8 hours, I'll be homeless because I have $27 to my name. You can't blame me for being angry at God. I was angry when I first came on here. I have no reason to be angry at God. Honestly, I swear to you, it is the craziest, most fucked up thing in the whole world. I cannot believe I went from hating God to actually loving him because of how evil you all are. My God, you suck. Just imagine how many women and children on the planet are going to be forced to go to God because of how evil these men are. Oh my God. I think that's why I'm like, World War III's on the brink and there's nothing I can do about it and there's nothing I would want to do about it. It's going to push so many people into Christ. The suffering of this planet is going to hurt so bad, it's going to lead people to God. It's just, I mean, I hate that it has to get there, but damn. Like, when I first went on this lifestyle, I hated God so much. I was so mad. I was like, how dare you abandon me, God? Leave me with $27 to my name. Where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? Like, congratulations, guys. You are literally, your energy is so nasty that I legit don't care where I go. I just want to be with God. Congratulations. No, legit, like, congrats on being so horrible that even a girl so angry that she's notorious for being a bitch on the internet literally went to God tonight because you guys are that horrible. Wow. You should be very, very proud of yourself. Thank you. You're being horrible, Pokey. What's your name? Pokedama. Cute. No, I've seen some of your comments, honey. So, wow. I just wanted to thank you guys. Thank you. I wish you all the very best. I know that my soul's good with God, and I know at least 2 other people in here. I could feel it. I could feel real love vibes from them. And I know we'll be okay. I know we'll be alright. And I know that probably tomorrow, who's to say that there weren't a few people that didn't even, like, comment. Maybe they, maybe they saw the whole thing and maybe they are, like, closer to God for it too. Who knows? Who knows? But even if they're not, I'm closer to God for it. And sometimes that's all that really matters. You do it for you, you know? Because damn, if that didn't hurt for 3.5 hours. Jesus, whatever it takes you to Jesus, huh? Dang. I guess I'll go right into the belly of the beast. Just to learn that, like, whoa. Okay, bye. And then I'll go right back up, Penny. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for that. I'm really not that mad at God, and I'm really not that mad at my bank account anymore. I'm like, it's okay. I know how good of a God I serve, and I know that if I were to go within and I were to try to meditate tonight and just be quiet and just focus on love, focus on God, I would transmute all of this pain. Like, that is how good of a God I serve, like the ultimate healer. I could take every single accusation, every single negative thought, every negative word, and just go right to God. And my life could probably be changed. All this energy. Even the bad energy, and transmuting it into love and light, you know. You are making rash decisions and having thoughts based on fear. Rob, I haven't made decisions yet tonight, and I definitely have not chosen fear yet in 3.5 hours. So, Jenna, why don't you get my number and you can call me instead of venting to negative energies. I'll be happy to share my light. Oh, I thought at one time I was trying to get your number. I thought, didn't you give me your number once? How did we never talk? Weren't we supposed to talk at one time? Hmm. Thanks for the suggestion, Gray. I don't have a car, so no. Oh, thank you. Anonymous, thank you. Thank you, Flippy. That's true. Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, damn. I have never in my life. I thought I'd seen horrible people. I really thought. Dude, I honestly thought I'd seen evil. Dude, I haven't seen it yet. I think it's crazy because to see the contrast. You know what? I'm not kidding. It really is moments like these that when you go back to the goodness of God, when you go back to the kindness of a loving stranger or the warmth of someone who truly genuinely cared about you, like for you, you go back to God after experiencing so much hate and so much pain. It's, I don't know. I bet you it's going to feel like jumping timelines. I mean, there's no other way to describe what is about to happen. I will once again know the goodness of God. That much I know. That much I know. I'm learning so many lessons tonight. It's kind of crazy. Thank you, Michael. Oh, that must be it. That must be it. It's only embarrassing to watch a bunch of demons attack someone. Yeah, that is embarrassing. Thank you, Nate. Nate Mayfield. That was sweet. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think that must be it, Michael. Oh my God. I'd heard that. Kimber Nova, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I guess I'll just wait for your email then. Oh, Eric, that's right. You can believe in God, but you are a smart and intelligent woman. Believe in yourself, period. I believe in myself. Was that you? That was. Ah, thank you. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Okay, I love you. All right. Bye.